find the mean and the median and the range from looking at a dot plot. Okay. There's a couple steps to this. To find the mean, you have to find the sum of the data values and divide by the number of data values. Hey, that's what we always do when we find the mean. Add it all up, divide by how many there are. But looking at the runs scored there on example 3, there is 1 dot at 0. Okay, so that one's worth 0 runs. Then there's 3 dots at 1 run. So you have to add those together. 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that's 3. All right. Then when you look above 2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. Okay. So 6 times they had 2 runs. All right. So you got to put those all together. So that's going to be 12. All right. So that bunch of dots is worth 12. And then above 3, there's 3 dots. So we have to do 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 1 is 5. We have to add all of that up and then divide by the total number of values. All right. Cassie, how do I know what to divide by?
How you know is how many data sets are there.
Yeah, and so by looking at this dot plot, how could I tell how I figure out what number to divide by?
You add them together.
Add up all the dots, right? Count up the dots.
Add up the dots, I'm sorry.
I'm going to count up all the dots. Okay. So they added everything together and got 61. They divided by 19 because there are 19 dots, and the average, the mean is about 3.2. Okay. To find the median, you count the dots from left to right until you find a middle value. The median is 2. And then to find the range, you do the biggest, wherever the biggest dot is, that's at 11, and we subtract 0. So 11 minus 0 is 11. The range is 11. Okay. Part B said, how many runs does a team typically score in a game? The mean number of runs is 3.2. The median is 2. So they talk about the shape of the dot plot suggests an outlier at 11, maybe affecting the mean. All right. Without that, the mean is 2.8. So I think that's kind of talking again about when we talked about, is the mean a better number to look at to like kind of describe the data, or the median? And in this case, it would be the median because we have that outlier out at 11. We might want to just take that out. The team rarely, out of 19 games, only once did they score anything like 11 points. Okay, or 11. So at the very bottom, it says, given that it is not affected by an outlier, the median may be more typical of the data. The team typically scores 2 runs. So you would say, yeah, I'm going to use the median because there's that outlier that affects the mean. Okay. Okay. Top of page 473, they want us to find the mean, median, and range from the data in your turn question 4. Okay. So we're going to do one. Your turn question 4. That was this one. Okay, remember the one that we did for homework last night, and Nathan told me to, this is what his chart looked like. We're going to work on that one. Okay. We have to find the mean, which means we have to add up all of these values. So we're going to add up each column first, okay? So we have nothing in the 0 column. This is the ones column, right? Are you guys looking on your paper on page 470, number 4? Okay, your book should be open to 470, and you're looking at number 4, and you see your dot plot that looks like this. Okay, we're going to count these up. So above 1, I have 1, 2 dots. So I'm going to write a 2 there above it. I'm going to kind of put it up in the air for mine. All right, above the 2, I have 3 dots. So I do 2, 4, 6. That's worth 6 points. Above the 3, I have 2 dots. So that's 3, 6. I'm going to add another 6. And 4, that was our peak. There were 4 of them. 4 dots at 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 2 is 10. And 6 times 1 is 6. Okay. So you guys should have this on your paper also. 2 plus 6 plus 6 plus 16 plus 10 plus 6. Let's all add that up. All right, I'll give you a minute to add it. I think I got it. I'll give you guys a little bit more time. Add it all up. Could use the calculator. You could add that in your head. Either way is okay. Okay, raise your hand when you think you know it. Cassie, I can't see you, though. I can only see, like, your little... Oh, there you are. You do have your hand raised. Okay, Cassie. What did you add it up to?
48.
I might be off. Let me check with Nick M, because he has his hand raised, too. Nick M?
46.
Yeah, I got 46.
I meant... Oh, dang it. I meant...
Okay. Okay, good. 46, we're going to divide that 46 by what number? Raise your hand if you know. To find the mean, we're going to add them all up and get 46 and divide by, raise your hand. Nicholas W.
6.
No, there's more than 6 dots there. We have to divide by the number of dots. Do you remember?
Oh, sorry. 46.
46 is when we added everything up. Okay, we add all up, get 46. We're going to divide by 14. We have 14 dots.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to use a calculator for this one. 46 divided by 14. All right, well, let's round it to the nearest tenth. All right, Nathan, what did you get? Nathan, you're either muted or frozen. I'm not sure. Are you with me, Nathan? All right. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, my screen was frozen. I didn't get the answer yet because...
Okay. All right. So we're doing 46 divided by 14 and rounding it to the nearest tenth. Everybody's done it. Matthew Bellino, what did you get?
40.
46 divided by 14.
Oh.
Serena has it. Go ahead, Serena.
3.28.
Yep, so we're going to take it to the nearest tenth, so that would be 3.3.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did squiggly equal sign, right? Approximately equal to 3.3, because it's not exactly 3.3, right? Serena said 3.28, and so we're going to say it's about 3.3. Okay, so that's your mean. We have to find the median, the number in the middle. Okay. Here's how I do the number in the middle. I'm going to cross off my first dot and my last dot. Give them a cross off. Cross off the second smallest dot and the second biggest dot. Cross off the third smallest, the third biggest. Okay, keep crossing it off like that till you come to the one in the middle. Fourth smallest, fourth biggest. Fifth smallest, fifth biggest. Sixth smallest, sixth biggest. Wait a minute. I have 2 in the middle, and that makes sense because we had 14 values. And remember, we said if we have an even number of values, there's 2 in them. God bless you. One of my values is at 3, and one is at 4. So I have to find the average of those. So I can either add 3 plus 4 and divide by 2, or say what comes right in the middle of 3 and 4. Nicholas Willoughby, what's halfway between 3 and 4?
3.5.
That's it. So our median is 3.5. All right, we have to find the range. Okay, you guys can all do range. Go ahead and do range. Everybody write down the range. Range equals. Nicholas Marks, what do you got for the range? You're muted.
I know. I was writing down my data. I wrote it down wrong. That's why I was just rewriting it.
Did you find the range though?
No, I was going to write my data and
All
then
right.
do the range.
Okay, here's the good news. It only takes a second to find the range. So go ahead and look at that dot plot. This one, right? You guys have it in your book?
You wrote it down.
470?
You wrote it down.
Oh, I wrote it down. Thanks. Range is 5. Biggest number is 6. Smallest one is 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Range is 5. Okay. So we found the mean, the median, and the range. And then it says, what is the typical number of runs your team scores, and justify your answer. All right. So if my mean is 3.3 and my median is 3.5, what do you think the typical number of runs is? Matthew Bellino, typical number of runs. What would you say?
3.5 or 4.
3.5 or 4. Okay. Justify that. Why are you saying 3.5 or 4?
Because both the median and the range are in between 4 in that area.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what the book said. They were pretty close to you. They said between 3 and 4 runs. The mean and the median are very close to each other in value, and there are no outliers. Okay. So they were saying the same thing. Like, yeah, there's no outliers, so that's not affecting anything. Mean is about 3.3. The median is 3.5. So they usually probably score between 3 and 4 runs because the range is 5 there. So that was a good answer, Matthew. Okay, so I want you guys to work on this tonight. It's going to be, let's see what I wrote down for you. 23, number 6. We are following right along. All right, on page 473, I want you to do 1 to 4.
Not number 5?
No, you don't have to do 5. And then on the next page, 474, I want you to do okay, 7 to 14. And then on 475, these just span a lot of pages. Let's do 16 to 18. Okay. 473, 1 to 4. 474, 7 to 14. And 475, 16 to 18.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. And if you guys get stuck while you're working on it, come see me this afternoon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
Hey,
Bye.
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 What was for homework?
Can you see it, Serena?
1 to 4, 7 to 14, 16 to 18. Okay.
Were you missing from class for a minute? Serena, when we talked about the homework? Oh, you're muted, honey.
I didn't mark it.
Oh, okay.
14 and 8. Okay.
All right. Okay, have a good day.